Alright guys, welcome to another edition of my Forex analysis. If you're watching this video, you are interested in Forex and you want to know how you can make analysis on the Forex market or in the Forex market and how you can catch the NFP move, how to trade the news and how to make profit from trading. So today I'm going to be talking about NFP. So if you like the video and you are watching from YouTube or wherever you're watching from, if you're watching from YouTube, I'd like you to like and subscribe and comment. If you have observations, you have things you want me to talk about, just let me know in the comment section. And if you're watching on Instagram or Twitter, just let me know in the comment section and give me a follow. I'd appreciate that. So let's get into it. NFP. Oftentimes we mistake NFP for gambling, and a lot of people like to say that NFP is not certain. You cannot predict the news, and that's true. But one mistake we try to make is by trying to read the news such that you're not trading, you want to get into the market immediately the news is released. The truth is you cannot do that. You can't make profit by doing that. And one thing you need to understand is that the market does not care about you, and NFP, number one, is only going to confirm your entries. So if your analysis is right, it's going to confirm your analysis. Let's say you're in a trade, you were selling, the market was selling, and you took your entry and you sold. If you're in profit or the market retraced into your entry point, the moment the news comes out, it is only going to confirm your setup. If you are wrong, it will take you out and you will hit stop loss. So what it does is like a fast mode. When you press the replay, or you try to skip the time. If the trade was supposed to take 3 hours, because there's a news, the candle that is supposed to play out for 3 hours is going to be compressed into that few minutes, and the huge spike will either confirm or stop you out. Will either confirm you take profit or hit your stop loss. So that is what NFP does. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can trade NFP and how to. And number two is this: if it confirms your entry, the second thing you want to know about NFP is that you cannot predict it. It is unpredictable. It is unpredictable. Nobody can predict the market. If you see guys on YouTube, Instagram, and they're trying to read the news, you cannot read the news. The news will do what it wants to do, how it wants to do it. So that is it. That's it. And then number three, there is no strategy. There is no strategy for trading the news. That's just the truth. The only thing that is certain in NFP trading or any news trading is that it confirms your entry. It confirms your trade. It either stops you out or takes you to take profit. So that is what the NFP does. So without wasting much time, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to go into my charts, and I would want you to stay logged in as we get into it, right? So with that being said, I'm going to take back on this analysis before NFP, and I'm going to show you my setup and how it actually played out on NFP, right? So this is what I'm going to do. This is Thursday, 4th of September, and before NFP. Obviously this is before NFP, and I'll go to the 1 hour and I'll try to play the chart, and let's play it until okay. There has been I'll have to go back a bit. I have to go back from here. I have to cut the chart. Okay, with that being said, this is the news, right? This is the news. If I come back to my 15 minutes time frame, or basically on the 1 hour, what you want to see is that, of course, if you know anything about price action and technical analysis, you would want to understand that overall trend the overall trend from this angle here, from this entire point. Let me draw it from this entire point here. Is bearish. You can see that at this point I could say that this is consolidating. Then we can see this huge breakouts, this huge structure where the candles broke out, and then let me zoom in so you can see it clearly, and then there was a huge spike. And if you know anything about forex trading in imbalance and fair value gaps, you can see clearly here that here from this guy here that there is an imbalance, and then there is an order block here. So if there's an imbalance, that goes to show that price would want to balance itself. From here it will want to come back and balance this imbalance here. So if that is the case, what I like to do is that I like to look at the most recent price action. That means I like to look at this guy here, the most recent price action, which is what is happening around this zone here, how price is reacting towards the imbalance. From here, this point, we can see obviously that the price is looking like a bullish build-up. You know, it's looking like a bullish build-up. How price is making higher high. If you go to the 15 minutes, day traders, you have no business going to extremely higher time frame like the monthly and the 4-hour. If you can do that for a top-down analysis, but if you actually want to take your trade, you shouldn't go that far. So we can see a build-up of a bullish structure here, right? We can see that when price came from this angle, broke this zone, there was something that looked like a pullback here, a lower high, then it did a lower low, and then it came back up to a lower high, and then it dropped here again and broke structure. So with that being said, we can see clearly that the price action here from this zone to this zone is still bearish, and then it broke structure as though it was going to continue until this guy here happened, right? We can see that the market changed from a bearish to a bullish market structure. So with that being said, what we can see here is that the bias has changed. We're no longer buying, we're no longer selling. We should be looking for buying opportunities, isn't it? And clearly, just to confirm that this is a change of character here from this guy here, that is a change of character. Just to confirm it, you can see clearly that price respected this other block here, this one. So that goes to show that there is, here we would have taken our first entry before NFP, right? So, and there are so many confirmations. There's liquidity here being built, there's liquidity, and you can see that it is respecting our rule of taking entries. There's liquidity, there's a break of structure. Now you might want to ask the reason why we did not wait for price to retrace to this other block, here, or to this guy, or to this guy. For me, I like to say that there is something we call time-based manipulation. Of course, in the rule, you have to wait for it to come down to the recent order block in the discount zone. But oftentimes, you realize that if you're going to take a high probability setup, your order block or your point of interest has to be responsible for a major move. That is, if we talk about the person or the other block that is responsible for this change of character that we're seeing here, it is this guy. So this guy broke structure and, led and confirmed the bullish bias. So this one took out all the bearish moves and created a strong buying bias here. So we can see clearly that price is going to buy. And so this is the first move, right? So if you missed this entry, we want to play the chart and see if price is going to give us another entry. We should assure that the market is trying to cover up this imbalance here, this long bearish spike here. We can see that the market is trying to buy and to cover it up. Yes, it's a bearish trend, but what we can see from the most recent price action, we're not predicting, we are reacting to what the market is doing, is that it wants to buy. So with that being said, let's play the chart and let's see what the market is going to give us. Let's see how it is going to react and what we can take home from this. Okay, so we can see clearly that there was a spike from this guy here. So if we missed that entry, we can see another entry at this point here. Like I always say, considering another block, our other block has to be responsible for a major move, either a break of structure or a change of character. So from what we can see clearly at this zone, there are so many other blocks. There is one here, there is another block here, so with this being said, well, with what I'm seeing here, this other block, this particular guy, if we go to the higher time frame, is looking very, very serious. So with this other block, we can see, if I play the chart, it is going to break structure. So if you're looking at the structural level, it's going to break structure from here. Let's see how it plays out. It's going to break structure. If that's a break of structure, right? That's a break of structure. It should. All right. So if that's a break of structure, let's see how price is going to play out. You see, that confirms that it's a break of structure, and we want to set our entry, our buys at this point here. Let's see how price is going to play out. We'll target, and this is on Friday, and this is NFP. So before the news was released, we want to be in a trade before NFP. And one thing I'd like to say is that if you're in a trade before NFP, do well to protect your trade. Either you take partials or you set break even. So just so you're safe, you don't lose entirely, because NFP can be very wild. So let's see how the chart plays out, and you see how it eventually plays out. It even gives confirmations. If you go to the 5-minute time frame, you would see clearly that there was a confirmation. There was a rejection candle, a double pin bar, a bullish engulfing candle, and as such, we are sure that the trade is going to go into our favor. So I would extend my stop loss and my take profit just to accommodate the trade. Actually, for NFP, you can target 1:10, just so you know you traded the news. 1:10, and this is 5 pips. Okay, I think our stop loss should be around, I think profit should be around here. That's like a 1:20, and let's see how it is going to play out. Let's see. Okay, and it hits take profit, and and that's it. You see, it even went beyond our expectation. You can see that it even gave a double confirmation entry here. There was another block at this point here. And one thing I like to say, if you are going to confirm your other block must be responsible for a major move, either a break of structure or a change of character. That confirms another block. And you see, this was a very serious trade. It happened before NFP. We were already in the trade before NFP even came out. Now, this was the first entry here, and this was the second entry. So if we're going to measure our win rate, or our risk to reward, if this is 4 pips and this is about 80 pips here, it's about 80 pips. So you can see clearly that that's a 1:20, and that's very, very, very clean trade, and obviously you can do this anytime, any day, if you know. So NFP will always confirm your setup, because we are sure that the market was already giving us footprints that it was going to buy. So NFP confirms your bias. If you are wrong, it's going to correct you and it will stop you out. If you're correct, it's going to reward you. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, do like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you have any questions, if you have anything you don't understand, express your thoughts and let me know what you think about this video, and I'll get back to you. I'll be in the comments. I'll be hoping to see your feedbacks, your reviews, and even your criticisms. If you don't like it, you have areas where you feel that this is not correct and you want to banter me, feel free to express yourself in the comment section. Thank you for watching up until this point. Watch out and take care.